Hi, everybody. I've had the privilege of meeting with a number of you virtually or by phone so far, but I did have some of the same questions from families. And I know as a parent myself of an Elkhart High School student that I often have some of these same questions. So I thought I would just go ahead and send this out real quickly to you. Hopefully, it's got some helpful information as far as it goes for your student in Econ class this semester. And then if you've got further questions, feel free to contact me and let me know. So I just want to give you a quick tour or give you an idea of what's on the student's Canvas homepage. I know every Canvas course looks different, and I can understand from a parent's perspective that that can be frustrating. Please know that we are aware of this. We're working to fix it so that's a little bit easier in the future. But for now, this is how your student can navigate through their Canvas course for me. And students have seen this already, but if you need to refer back to this or you just want to know for yourself, this is the information that I shared with them. So first of all, when Canvas opens up for Econ, they are on a homepage that has several important things that you might need to use. So first of all, across the top, there are three important links. My contact info, which has my email linked there, as well as a work cell number, particularly with students outside of class. The majority of the time, I set up a work cell phone so that it would be a little easier to get a hold of me. Students or parents can call or text that number if I'm available for working. I'll answer. If I'm not, there's voicemail and text can be sent 24/7. I can always put it on do not disturb if I'm not wanting to receive them. So don't feel like you're disturbing me if you need to get a hold of me. There's also a sign out sheet. So students, if they are leaving the classroom, I have them fill out or just select their name on a Google form. So I just have a spreadsheet of who comes and goes. The third link is a syllabus. So if you've got specific questions about the course, you can click on that and go through it with your student. Everything about the course is listed there. The second thing are the weekly activities. So we have 9 calendar weeks where we have classes. Not every week is a 5-day week. And then there's one finals week for this portion of the semester. So each one of those weeks is linked, and there's an agenda that lists everything that we do each day, whether the student is group A or group B. It will list what they do in class. And so I have them use that to access links and things like that when they're here with me. And it also gives them their requirements for what they're doing for e-learning. So if they're not sure what to do, go to the homepage, click on whatever week it is, and the dates are listed there, and then find whatever day it is, and everything that they need to know will be linked there. As far as the weekly activities page, like I said, each week has an agenda. It shows everything that they're doing. All assignments are linked. You can see on the board there or on the screen that those graphics with week 1, week 2, week 3, that's what it will look like. And then when the student opens it up, they'll be able to see what they are supposed to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. As far as e-learning goes, I know the question has been for in many cases, I'm trying to move so you can see this. There we go. I know a number of parents have asked, like, how do you count attendance? So when it comes to e-learning, there is a graded assignment for them to do every day. It's not always, it's not a research paper, but it's something that they interact with and give me some feedback with every day. And that graded assignment counts not just for their grade, but also for their attendance. There's no penalty if they want to do it early. So if you look at that page, everything is already spelled out for all 9 weeks. If they know this weekend, for example, that the following week they're going to be busy or they have to work on e-learning days, they can always go in there and complete the work early. As long as it's completed by 11:59 p.m. the day it's listed as due, they'll be counted present for that. And of course, it will count towards their grade as well. If they don't get to it that day, I'll check their access logs. If they haven't logged into Canvas at all, they'll be marked absent. If there's some sort of technical difficulty, they can always, or just something else that comes up, they can always touch base with me via email. I just need to have some interaction with them during the day. The easiest way is just do the assignment. Short of that, send me an email and let me know what's going on, and I can adjust your attendance accordingly. Anything on that agenda that's pink is a graded assignment, and anything that's teal is a link. So as the students look at that, I try to use that as a trigger to help them remember, what things actually need to be done. One of the things that I've done this semester is I'm allowing students to take all their tests from home. So I measure their learning numerous ways, both in class and from e-learning. And as far as tests go, because they're not in class very often, one of the accommodations that I'm making for students is to allow them to take their tests at home. So any materials that they put together, any notes that they take, any assignments that they've done, they can use to help them. The one catch is that the test is timed. So what that means is they shouldn't open it until they're ready to finish taking the test, as opposed to leaving it open for 5 hours and coming and going and that sort of thing. All tests also allow students to take them 2 times. So after the first time, they can see what they missed. They can't see what the correct answer is, but if they want to go back and make a second attempt to improve their score, they can do that. I also have all of the materials set up in something called a module, and I have students that use this as a organizational tool. They are not required to look at modules or use them at all, but I know sometimes it's hard to tell what all you've done and what still needs to be done. So the way that modules work is that they're set up as a checklist. When you look at the screen for Canvas in this course, in my course, on the left-hand side, one of the menu options is modules. So if you click on that, it will take you to a page that looks like what you see here on the background. So it will list all the assignments and all of the activities that we've done for that unit. And as the students complete them, it just automatically, I have it programmed so that they automatically check off. So you can see up here, there's a couple things checked off. What that means is this student did the action plan and they did the text and jumping jacks group activity, and then they haven't done these assignments down here. So rather than having to click on every single assignment to see if you've turned it in, if you want to keep track, or your students want to keep track of things just by looking at the modules, it's pre-programmed. It requires no additional input or anything from students, but this is kind of at a glance where they are for each one of the units. I also tell students, as far as troubleshooting, a lot of times the Canvas app is really glitchy in my experience. Sometimes pictures don't show up, sometimes real-time online interaction where they're putting things in through another app. It doesn't always work correctly in the Canvas app. So I encourage students to use the Canvas app if they're wanting to access a PDF. Anytime I give them something that I might have given them on paper in the past, I put it in there as a PDF, and the Canvas app will allow them to write on top of it if they want to take notes or write answers. Students always have the option to write on paper as well, and if it's something they need to turn in, they can just take a picture of that and turn it in. But I do have students that like to annotate over the top of those PDFs. So if your student is having trouble with something and they're in the Canvas app, one of the ways to fix that would be to go to the Canvas website. A lot of times, most times, it works better. And I have also found that it works best in the Chrome browser as opposed to Safari. So a lot of times, just switching to the website in Chrome will fix any issues that they might be having. But again, if they need help with something, they can always reach out to me and I can help them troubleshoot. So that's about all that I've got as far as Econ goes. If you have further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. You can call me or text me on my work cell. That number is 317-565-7255, or you can email me at ehartman@elkhart.k12.in.us. I hope you and your family are doing well, and I look forward to working with your student this semester.